Buick announced that the Envision is going to get redesigned quite a while ago, but it was just recently till the dealers start getting them. So now you can own your own Envision, and I'm here at Orange Buick GMC in Orlando, Florida. We'll take you on a complete tour of this middle-of-the-line trim ST. We're going to check it out from the design, see what's changed, the powertrain, the interior technology, and the test drive. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. And now let's get back to this. Currently, Buick has 4 different models: the Envista, Encore, Envision, and the Enclave. All of them have been refreshed or fully redesigned in the last few years, making the brand look younger, completely different than the previous Buicks that a lot of you might be used to. So if you haven't looked at Buick recently, well, take another look. That might be a vehicle for you. Now, the Envision right here sits in the compact SUV market, and it's set to compete with the luxury compact SUVs such as Mercedes-Benz GLC, BMW X3, Audi Q5, maybe a Lexus NX. So today we're going to take a look and see if Buick has done enough to be a competitive proposition in this market. Let's start with the design. And as far as the design, Buick is definitely going for sleek and stylish. We've seen the similar characteristics on the other models like the Envista, Encore, and the upcoming Enclave, including this top daytime running lights and turn signals, all LEDs. Your headlamps are down here at the bottom. Grille on the ST is all blacked out. You have the ST badge on one side that's encased in this black chrome trim. But all 3 different grills are different depending on the trim level that you choose, from the Preferred, Avenir, or the ST. Now, on top of the hood, we have the Tri-Shield badge, the new badge from Buick, and let's take a look underneath it. And underneath the hood of this Envision is a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged Ecotec engine producing 228 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission. All of the Envisions come standard with the all-wheel drive. As far as the gas mileage, we have 22 in the city, 28 on the expressway. Combined number is 24. I haven't driven it yet, but we'll check it out at the end of this video. As far as the rest of the setup here, we have the hood struts, really nice. We have some sound insulation underneath the hood as well. As we go around the corner, you see this sporty styling continues here, and it has almost like the coupe-like characteristics of it. Now, this being the ST trim, we have the black 20-inch wheels looking really good. And as far as the tires, we have the Continental Pro Conti tires. 245 by 45 is the tire size. Everything around the windows and the roof rails is blacked out, piano black. We have the piano black mirror, side view camera right inside of them, blind spot assist, proximity smart entry system, the ST badge at the bottom here. And the bottom of this vehicle is finished in both the piano black as far as a little bit of this black chrome as well. Now, here it is in the back. Of course, we have the brand new light setup. Then again, very similar to what we've seen on the Envista, kind of the slim lights, all LEDs, Buick on one side, the shield in the middle, rear view camera, Envision all-wheel drive. And then up on top, we have that third brake light and this gate spoiler. Kind of wish that they hit this wiper there, and no visible exhaust. Now we have the trim that looks like the exhaust, but it's not. Check it out, guys. It comes with this remote. So we have the lock, unlock. We have twice to start this vehicle, twice to open the rear gate. That's a power lift gate, as for the luxury vehicle should be. And let's see how much room we have on the inside. So here it is. Not as much as on the previous generation Envision, surprisingly. It's got a little bit shorter. It's got a little bit narrower. Not bad, though. If you're not carrying a lot of stuff, it's going to be enough for you. Underneath here, we have the spare tire. The cargo area is nicely illuminated, and we do have the 12-volt power outlet here. If you need to extend it, the seats are foldable. You can fold it 60-40 split. And of course, you have this cargo cover that is removable as well. Push the button to close the gate, see what else is going on in this vehicle. We start with this rear door panel here, see what's going on. All right, first of all, let's see. Is this hard plastic? This is, but you have this nice trim piece over here, kind of look like a stainless steel with a little bit of etching on it. Now, this is nice and soft, as well as the armrest right here. Of course, we have the window control, bit of storage at the bottom of the door. And check this out, guys. This is really nice and sporty. We have the multicolor seats. We have the white inserts here of leather, and we have this, I believe this is the micro suede material. This is pretty cool. A little bit of contrast stitching. Middle console opens up with the cup holders, and both seats, driver and passenger, have some seat back storage. A big plus are the vents for the rear passengers. You also have the USB Type-C and the USB Type-A outlets. Now, they have a big bump in the middle here, so that's going to make the third person not very comfortable there. Let me see if I can actually fit behind the driver's seat. So this is a compact SUV. Let's see if I'm going to be able to fit behind. All right, well, this seat is adjusted to my regular driving position. I'm almost 6 feet tall, 5'11", and I'm barely touching the back of the seat. Now, I could make a little bit straight up. It would fix that issue, and I should still be comfortable in the front there. As far as the headroom, what is it, about 3.5 inches of headroom. That's plenty of shoulder room. The seats are actually nice and comfortable as well. And before we get inside, let's listen to the sound of the closing door. Actually pretty good. And let's see what's going on the front door panel. Same thing as in the back. We have the same kind of trim. This is nice and soft. 2 memory seat settings. We have the window mirror lock controls. Down here, you can open your lift gate in the back. And we have a Bose stereo. At the bottom here on the door sill, you have the ST badge. The seats, this is power on the driver's seat only, manual adjustment on the passenger seat, and the sides of the seats are finished with fabric. The rest of it, kind of like in the back, we have some micro suede, we have some leather, we have some contrast stitching. Really nice, look comfortable and supportive at the same time. Now, the interior has changed tremendously. Let's jump inside. I'll show you what's new. How about this, guys? This is the brand new interior for this 2024 Envision. Wow. So let's take a look. Starting on the side here, we have the same trim as we've seen on the door, and I think this is the same as we've seen on the inserts on the seat. I'm not sure about what this material really is, but it actually feels really good. Kind of like microfiber suede, maybe Alcantara. I don't even know what to call it. Now, we have a little bit of a bronzish color looking trim. Of course, your regular glove box is down here at the bottom. This is nice and soft. As far as the dashboard, we have a head-up display, brand new Buick steering wheel, and this huge 30-inch screen for the infotainment system. So we went from like no screen to one of the biggest in the industry. Down here at the bottom, we have some controls for the climate control. But let's start on the left-hand side, and we're going to go feature by feature. So we have the parking brake, different drive modes, touring all-wheel drive, sport, off-road modes, and then we have the lane keep assist. We also have the ability to turn off that engine start stop button and adjust the dimmer on the instrument cluster. The brand new steering wheel from Buick, nice. It feels good to the touch. It has the flat bottom. We got some chrome on the sides. On the left-hand side, we have the cruise control settings. We also have the pre-collision settings. And on the right-hand side, you have a lot of customization as far as what's going on in the instrument cluster, as well as your phone, heated steering wheel, and in the middle, you have this Tri-Shield badge. In the back, you have the pedal shifters, and let's check it out, see what's going on in the instrument cluster. Pretty much your standard setup. You have the date time on the left hand side. In the middle, you have the speed. At the bottom, you have the RPMs and the fuel gauge and the gear indicator. See if you're in the all-wheel drive or two-wheel drive. And then let's see if there's any changes that we can make to it. Okay, so you can make this into a navigation screen, and everything else, all the important stuff remains on the left hand side. Basically, you can change this into the adaptive cruise control. I believe that's what it is. And then on the left hand side, this is where your head-up display controls are. Now I just turned this on so you can see now that it displays the speedometer, and then we have the adjustments for the head-up display as well. You hit adjust brightness, and then you can adjust the rotation, and then you can do another adjustment here as well, I believe. There's 3. Okay, height, brightness, and rotation. There you go. So that's your instrument cluster. There's some customization here. It's not as robust as on the Mercedes-Benz or BMW or the new Audi for that matter. And let's take a look and see what's going on in the infotainment system. I'm going to stay in the demo mode. Like on all of the new Chevy, this is the stuff that I don't really care for, are the adjustments for it. So here's your light controls. Here's how you turn on your lights. So you can turn them to auto mode, turn them on, turn them off, etc. There's other controls for safety. There's a simple button. It opens it up. I guess it's something just to get used to it. So you have the camera settings, auto high beams, and turn these on, hill descent control, park assist. Let's take a look at the camera because we have this 360 camera on this vehicle. So right now I'm sitting in front of this building. So this is the standard camera. And let's see, this is the front. This is the rear. Now we can look at the overhead camera. Okay, and we can look at the side cameras as well. So I like the quality of it, but why is it so small? I mean, we have 30 inches of room. Buick is bragging about having this biggest screen here, and yet the camera takes up just a little bit of it. Let me put it in reverse, see if anything changes. Well, the only thing that changes, it actually has the active trajectory lines, but the size of it remains the same. So if I were to complain about something, yeah, that would be it. Put it in park. And let's go back, see if we can go through some of the other features of this Buick. Now, vehicle status, Google Assistance. This is the Google-based infotainment system. I believe we've seen that on all of the other newest Buick and Chevy models and GMCs. And we have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Both of them are wireless. You can have Alexa settings, ambient lighting, which I haven't been able to figure out where it's at, but there's different color adjustments. And, let's see. Brightness, let's make sure that it's the brightest as it can be. And honestly, I still can't see it. And that's pretty dim inside. So I honestly don't know where to look for. Now, in the Mercedes-Benz, we have 64 colors, and it's very, very bright and visible. Now, the reason I'm mentioning Mercedes-Benz is that's because this is the market that Buick is going after with this vehicle. We're going to talk about it in just a little bit. Climate control, you can adjust it through here. You also have the shortcut buttons at the bottom. And we go back, as far as the seats. No, this one has the front seats, this two-zone climate control, not tri-zone climate control. Let's go back to the settings and audio, maps, phone controls, my Buick. Let's take a look at maps really quick. So again, I'm going to dismiss it. It needs a connected services. Too bad. But the Google Maps are really nice. They're very user-friendly, in my opinion. But I'm an Android user, so I actually like them. We're not going to review the privacy settings unless it's going to open it up for me. Come on. Some features don't work without a plan. Yeah, we don't have a data plan, but you can enable it. You can shop for the data plans and actually have it on this vehicle. So again, right here on the left-hand side, we have the home. Then we can go to the different icons here. Here's your media. So of course you have the AM, FM, Sirius XM. You can also play it through your phone or through the USB, or you can listen to your podcast if you have a data plan. Again, this is your map, phone connection, and back to controls and safety as far as settings. Pretty big screen, right? I don't think it has as much customization as some of the other competitors in the luxury market, but it's not bad at all. Now, if you don't like this, that's because it shouldn't be here. There's just a sticker protecting it, but we have the climate controls. If you don't want to mess around with the screen, we also have the start-stop button and hazard lights right here in the middle. Open this up. You have the 12-volt power outlet, USB Type-A, USB Type-C, and the wireless charging station. This is your volume and power knob. We have the cup holders, of course, little cubby here to hide stuff in. And you can open this up. Let's see how much room we have actually underneath. Oh, push the button. There you go. Push the button. This is how much room you have. Not bad for a small vehicle. Now, this is what we have. And mirror. I don't know if they just had the mirrors from the Envista and they just put them on everything. This is the tiniest mirrors. I don't know what's up, Chevy or GMC and Buick. Put the bigger mirror for people. You have an OnStar here. Here's what controls your lights, and here's your HomeLink system. No sunroof on this particular one. We have the illuminated visors. And this is the interior of this brand new Envision. Really impressive, to be honest with you. Now let's see what it cost and take it for a spin. So before we take it for a spin, let's talk about pricing of this 2024 Buick Envision. So Preferred, which is the base trim, starts at $37,295. The Sport Touring, $39,795, and the Avenir goes to $48,395. Considering this is a luxury compact SUV, it has a really nice entry start price, $37,295. Even with this Sport Touring at about $40,000. You get it pretty loaded comparing to some of the German, especially competitors, but is it premium enough to compete in that luxury segment, or is it like semi-luxury segment? Well, I don't know. The price is not bad. It looks fantastic. Well, let's see how it drives. Well, the first impression of this vehicle, first of all, the seat is very nice and comfortable. It's got plenty of room for the driver. I can move this seat probably another 3-4 inches back, so it will be really good suited for even the tallest people. Now, as far as the mirrors, it's got kind of a small, more sporty looking mirror, those tear-shaped mirrors. Not bad, although I would like to see them a little bit bigger, although you can't have it all, right? As far as this little tiny mirror, yeah, definitely needs a bigger one. But overall, a good visibility from the front. It's got this big windshield. It's got the little triangle windows in the sides here, so it's going to give you that good visibility of the road ahead of you. Now let's see how this vehicle merges in traffic. 228 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. We have this high-speed road. Let's see how we're going to do. There you go. We're in the all-wheel drive. I'm actually going to switch that to the two-wheel drive, which is a front-wheel drive, basically. See if there is any difference. I like the fact that the Envision comes standard with the all-wheel drive. Even though here in Florida, people might think, hey, you don't need the four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive at all. Well, you know, we do get a lot of rain, quite a bit, especially here in the rainy season. And having power to all four wheels is definitely a benefit here in Florida as well. Not to mention to anybody else who lives in the snowy or icy areas, that's definitely a huge plus. Plus, it only adds not too much weight, and I don't think it reduces the gas mileage by a lot. Now, one thing that I would say is that this screen, especially when the sun shines at it, kind of gets washed up. The visibility of it is not as good. If you're going against the sun, it's not bad, but there was a time when I was merging into this traffic, I couldn't see anything on this screen. There's no hood, there's no dash over it. I think that would be a benefit if it was either brighter. Maybe I don't have it at the brightest settings. No, it is at the brightest settings. But definitely it would be nice to have something protecting it from all this glare. It's very reflective too. And here we are on this straight road. I'm gonna park it right here, put it to 0, and let's go. About 48 miles per hour, and we have a stop sign. Actually, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's definitely gonna be zippy around town. There's no question about it. It would be nice to test it out on the expressway. Although I think that once you get to the cruising speed, it's going to be really good too. So we're going to check it out again. We have the red light, and we're going to see if we can do it up to 50. I think that's what the speed limit is here. Two-wheel drive setup, 30. 45, 47, 50, 55. Not bad. For what this vehicle is, I think it's got enough pick up and go. It is quite loud though once it's getting to speed, so that's one thing to mention. Now, the cabin is nicely insulated. You can barely hear anything from the outside of the road. So it is not the road noise that I'm worried about, it's the engine noise. So does it have enough to compete in the luxury segment? Well, I think this would be a vehicle that I would kind of put in between the non-luxury and luxury segment, and it would shine right there. However, being a full-blown luxury, I don't think it's there yet. Now, yeah, it's got some nice shiny stuff. It's got nice technology, but it doesn't have that luxury feel like you get in the Mercedes or BMW. Although I have to say that both of those manufacturers have went down in quality as well, especially over the last few years, and especially looking at the entry-level vehicles there. But I think that there's still a better quality than this. One thing to mention, which I think is really important too, that this vehicle is made in China with 90% of Chinese parts content. And I'm just going to leave it at that. But to sum it all up, it is a great looking vehicle. It has a decent price for the segment. It also has some amazing technology, so definitely a huge improvement of what we've seen in the previous generation one. I can't wait to see the Enclave when it comes out relatively soon. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video and I hope you learned something. And if you did, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.